Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is Carmelo Anthony. It seems like he is running away. Yeah, that's right. Apparently, his parents are trying to move. The Anthony family is trying to move out of the state for some god apparent reason. So that's what's going on here. And apparently, some of the footage that has been dropped, or somebody that's watched the footage, is talking about it. So we're going to be going over that too. So without further ado, my friends, let's get directly into this. So we have this here from Sarah Field saying, regarding the Karmelo Anthony case, FISD emails at the Anthony family moving out of state. Several weeks ago, I requested emails between staff members that included names such as Karmelo Anthony, Drew Anthony, and the Metcalves. Yesterday, I received a letter from Frisco ISD, written and sent to the office of the Attorney General from FISD. This comes after I narrowed my request 3 times, which brought the response from FISD down from 100,000 emails to 5,200 emails, with costs reduced to just over $300. This amount was fundraised within an hour. According to Frisco ISD on June 16, 2025, the district received correspondence, a compelling interest letter from the Collin County District Attorney's Office, stating that the Collin County District Attorney's Office has a compelling interest in the non-disclosure of any records in district's possession related to requests like mine or any request connected to the stabbing incident. The letter states that releasing these records would interfere with the investigation and anticipated litigation related to this spending case. This means that from here on out, any request from records regarding the murder of Austin Metcalf will be denied. This also means that the indictment is coming very soon. Furthermore, many have asked about the possibility that the Anthony family has moved from Texas to Louisiana. When Drew Anthony, Carmelo's father, posted about his family's move on Facebook, I immediately screenshotted this post from my records and asked the opinion of a good attorney friend. They said that it is a bold decision to allow them to move out of state during a murder trial, but it's possible. Either Drew Anthony is lying about moving or they received a judge's approval. However, according to the public docket, there is no order approving a relocation. I have sent an inquiry to Collin County asking for any minute orders or approvals for relocation or travel for the Anthony family. As soon as I have a response, I will release it. It is very strange that a man who consistently messages and harasses me on a daily basis accuses me of trying to get his family unalived with my reporting. Will post families move on a public platform, but people who are afraid of their lives don't do this. So this says here where we have the Frisco is saying to whom it may concern. This letter is written on behalf of the Frisco Independent School District, aka ISD. So yeah, that's what's been going on here. Yes, I'm requesting all emails to and from school staff that include the words redacted, and all that stuff there. This to cover dates from April 2nd to 2025 to represent the day that this ORR was submitted, et cetera, et cetera. So this is a copy of Ms. Field's written request. It's an attachment as Exhibit A. The request was submitted to the district on Sunday, April 27, 2025. As a result, the district received the request on Monday, April 28, 2025. Responsible records were released in response to Parts 2 of 3 of Ms. Field's request. Regarding Part 1 of her request, the district sent 2 requests to narrow down Ms. Field's on May 10, 2025 and May 14, 2025. Due to the fact that the email search, as initially requested, pulled over 100,000 emails, Ms. Field's first requested the narrowing of the time frame and the emails, and then pulled over 80,000 emails. So yeah, this is what's been going on here with all this stuff. It says this from Drew Anthony moved to New Orleans to Louisiana, which is that's questionable. That's not good. That they're on the move. And we have this here. Wish you all nothing but the best. Nothing like the boot. Welcome back, nephew. Stuff like that. So that's what's going on here. It says, you coming to the reunion, you should come. Inbox me, word, congratulations, some jazz, etc. Yeah, it's not great. So we have it to, it says, you move, bro. Why should this be public? Just asking for myself, or you must not know how many people are after them. So are you going to send the same concern to the others who come on to just as I have the exact same questions and not mention to his post reads, moved to New Orleans. So again, yeah, it ain't good. So yeah, this guy is his family and himself is just moving out, and this is not fantastic. What we have here as well from the Daily Mail says, I watched footage of the race crime that split America. What I saw shocked me. This is how it could flip the case. It was just after 10 a.m. on April 2nd, during what should have been a typical high school track meet at David Cole Stadium in Frisco, Texas. Students were warming up and stretching patiently, waiting for the competition to resume after a pause due to heavy rain. Spectators of some students took over under a tent in the bleachers of Memorial High School. The atmosphere was calm and uneventful until it suddenly turned to bloodshed. In a matter of seconds, the then 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony fatally stabbed 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, transforming a rain delay into a crime scene. On Monday, the Daily Mail became one of the two only news organizations granted access to surveillance footage of the deadly incident, a killing that shocked the nation and ignited debates about race, privilege, and the criminal justice system. The 40-minute surveillance video recorded from a stationary camera on the opposite side of the football field captures the 10 minutes leading up to the attack and the desperate efforts of Metcalf's twin brother and others to save his life before paramedics arrived. Metcalf, a student of Memorial High School, was stabbed after confronting Anthony, who attended Centennial High School, about sitting under the tent of a team he was not affiliated with, according to police. The statements made by Metcalf's father after the unlighting. So, yeah, this is all pretty much basic stuff here. What we have now, what we have here is what is what's true, what's going on. So it says, however, the footage reviewed by the Daily Mail at the Frisco Independent School District's headquarters show no obvious physical confrontation between the two prior to the stabbing. It says the Daily Mail did not detect anything that indicated chaos was about to ensue. Strict guidelines were enforced for viewing the footage. Reporters were only permitted to take handwritten notes and were barred from capturing or republishing stills or clips. The district allowed the limited release because the students' identities are not easily discernible in the video, which is what's going back to Sarah Fields and other of the report that I did last time, to where like these things were not allowed to the public in general. The district allowed the limited release because the students' identities are not easily discernible in the video. Captured by a high-angle camera positioned near the pier press box and typically used for football broadcasts, the footage shows at the top of the screen. Students are seen sitting idly beneath it, waiting for the competition to start. This was our approximate location of the tent. This was Metcalf's body Metcalf's body moved here. So, yeah, that ain't looking out great. It says, it goes on to say here that this seemingly out of nowhere, it becomes apparent that the moment has happened when armed Anthony attacked Metcalf. The stabbing itself is not visible on camera, but the reaction is immediate. Students are seen fleeing from under the tent, while police later confirmed fled the scene. He cannot be clearly identified in the footage. Moments later, at least two people can be seen carrying an injured Metcalf down the bleachers to a walkway at the bottom of the seating area. More individuals, including some adults, are seen rushing to his side to help. As rain begins to fall again, Metcalf is visibly cradled in the arms of his twin brother, and Hunter bleeding heavily as they await emergency medical services. So, yeah, that's what technically happened here, right? So, that being said, while other angles may exist, the surveillance review appears to challenge the self-defense claim, offering little visible evidence that Anthony was in immediate danger before the attack. Anthony's attorney, Mike Brown, did not immediately respond to Daily Mail's request for comment. Though he was 17 at the time, Anthony is being charged as an adult with first-degree murder. He has since turned 18 and was permitted to graduate despite the charges against him. Yeah, so we'll see on how this goes. It ain't looking too great for this guy here. And the fact that they're potentially moving out of state is another huge concern, which we'll see on how that goes. But things are not looking too great for Karmelo Anthony here. Him moving out of state, and there's no actual order, which is alleged right now, for him to move, is a problem. So we'll see what happens here with this Karmelo Anthony fellow in a later date. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, guys, share. As always, take care, my friends.